Show us your holiday baking masterpiece. Welcome back to another episode of UNT's Great Holiday Baking Challenge. As always, 3 teams of 2 will face off to create the most stunning, delicious dish utilizing a secret ingredient. When the clock starts, you will have exactly 4 years to... You will have exactly 1 hour to complete your creations.
That is not a lot of time.
And now, Eagles, here is your secret ingredients. Gingerbread! Pre-baked at exactly 250 degrees, each team must create a house using only gingerbread, frosting, and candy. The time starts now, Eagles, in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go Mean Green!
Where do we start?
I don't know, here.
They're gonna have to work together if they want to succeed in this competition. The pressure is on. Team 3 is really showing some spirit, but the clock is ticking. Let's see how this gingerbread crumbles.
Well, Mia, I haven't done the gingerbread house, but maybe we can start it like this, maybe?
Well, I have, so
Oh my gosh!
maybe like this.
Is she sorting candies by color? Okay. Just look at them work their holiday magic. With just 30 minutes left, the pressure is on. Let's go down to the floor with our sideline reporter. Lucky, how are the contestants doing? Thanks, Lucky. Well, all right then. Each team is hard at work. Who will be our next UNT Holiday Baking Champion? Here at UNT, creativity, perseverance, and innovation soar. The time is now.
David, how much time do we have left?
I don't know.
You have 20 minutes left. 20 minutes left on the clock.
Oh my God, Mia, we have 20 minutes. Let me help.
Just look at that teamwork. That does not look stable.
David, be careful. David!
Oh no! In a terrible turn of events, Team 2's gingerbread house has fallen. This is a huge setback for them. You hate to see it.
Mia, I am so sorry.
Time is ticking. What's this? Scrappy seems to be planning something with Team 2. Lucky, can you hear what's happening? This is completely unprecedented, but with only 10 minutes left on the clock, there is no time to waste. If there's going to be a champion today, they must think quick. That was a competition for the books. Before we reveal your final creations, let me introduce our celebrity judge. President of the University of North Texas and culinary connoisseur extraordinaire, Neil Smatresk. And now it's time for the big moment. Show us your holiday baking masterpiece. This is truly incredible. A scale model of UNT's historic Hurley Administration Building made entirely from gingerbread. But the opinion that really matters is that of our celebrity judge, Neil.
I have to say, I was really concerned when I saw the preparation. But I think what you've done today is proof that we're better when we work together. By the authority vested in me by the state of Texas, I hereby confer upon each of you the title Champions of the UNT Great Holiday Baking Challenge.
Unbelievable! For the first time in UNT Holiday Baking Challenge history, the teams came together, supported one another, and found a path to success. Brings a tear to my eye.
Happy holidays, everybody, and go Mean Green!
Look up here.
Come such a long way, Mija.
1, 2, 3.
Mom, Dad, I got it.
You're right, Mom. I have.
Very proud of him. Very proud. It's been a long time.
I'm still in shock. Never thought I'd overcome it, but I finally got it done.
I for sure thought I was gonna drop out at some point, but I didn't, and I made it. Yeah!
We've been dating since 8th grade. We couldn't do it without our family being here. We're both psych majors. We both got into our master's programs. I think we definitely needed everybody here to get to where we are.
I'm so relieved. I'm so excited to just get out in the workforce, honestly.
It kept my spirit strong, kept me encouraged, kept me laughing, kept me smiling all through college. So I really appreciated them just being in my corner and just rooting for me the whole time.
I'm just proud that she pushed through.
And for them to persevere and still reach their goals, just amazingly proud.
It means opportunity to me. It means that I can move forward knowing that I have my education, like I can pursue anything I want to.
I'm proud of her. You know, she has a 4.0 GPA. She's worked 4 years to complete 2 degrees. She's gone to school every single summer, every single winter. She's done everything that I was never able to do.
Victoria.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the University of North Texas Fall 2023 Commencement Ceremony for the College of Liberal Arts and Social Sciences. There we go. Let's lift it off. Our ceremony will begin in just a few minutes. Please take this opportunity to turn off all cell phones and other electronic devices. For the safety of our candidates and guests, only authorized press, university photographers, staff, and graduates are permitted on the Coliseum floor. We hope you will enjoy this ceremony and remember it fondly for many years to come. Because this is a special day for all of our graduates, we ask that you stay until the end of the ceremony so that everyone will feel honored by your presence. Now, please stand as you are able and remain standing for the processional and the national anthem. Faculty representatives from each department and program are carrying the banners at today's ceremony. The banner carriers are Dr. Jara Carrington from Anthropology, Dr. Suzanne Egg from Communication Studies, Adam Chamberlain, Dance and Theater, Dr. Jeff Rouse, Economics, Dr. Steve Wolverton, Geography and the Environment, Dr. Dariga Abivlova, International Studies, Dr. Harry Benshoff, Media Arts, Dr. Don Doherty, Psychology, Dr. Donna Barnes, Sociology, and Dr. Ryan Betger, Technical Communications. Ladies and gentlemen, the members of the platform party. Dr. Michael McPherson, Provost and Vice President for Academic Affairs. Ms. Melissa Denis, member of the UNT System Board of Regents. Dr. Albert Bimper, Executive Dean of the College of Liberal Arts and Social Sciences. Dr. Steve Cobb, College of Liberal Arts and Social Sciences, Associate Dean for Administrative Affairs. Ms. Kathleen Gold-Cullivan, College of Liberal Arts and Social Sciences, Associate Dean for Physical and Human Resources. Ms. Sarah Wagner, Chair of the UNT Alumni Association Board of Directors. Mr. Shannon Gooden, Vice President for Enrollment. And Ms. Isa Aranda, Fall 2023 Class Commencement Speaker.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Please be seated. Good afternoon. I'm Dr. Albert Bimper, and I proudly serve as Executive Dean of the College of Liberal Arts and Social Sciences. I want to welcome all of our guests here to campus today. Thank you to all of those in the audience, our families, and our friends of those accomplished students here, as you have come to join in the celebration of their tremendous achievements. Allow me to also extend my sincere appreciations to a few individuals for joining us before I begin this afternoon. First, thank you to our fine musicians, the UNT Wind Orchestra, conducted by Dr. Andrew Troxel, our vocalists, Ms. Natasha Becker, and pianist Dr. Uwan Cho, for their inspiring rendition of the national anthem. Additionally, I'd also like to extend a special appreciation and thank you to our Provost and Vice President of Academic Affairs, Dr. Michael McPherson, as well as Regent Melissa Denis, who serves as a proud member of the UNT System Board of Regents. Again, thank you all for being with us today. As we gather this afternoon, it is important that we take a moment to acknowledge the land in which we reside on this occasion. to recognize the land as an expression of gratitude and appreciation to those whose territory we reside on, and a way of honoring the indigenous people who have been living and working on the land from time immemorial. UNT acknowledges with respect that the land we are on today is the traditional and ancestral homelands of the Wichita and Caddo-affiliated nations and peoples. We recognize the indigenous peoples as original stewards of this land and all the relatives within it. As these words of acknowledgement are spoken and heard, the ties nations have to their traditional homelands are renewed and reaffirmed. It is important to seek to understand the long existing history that has brought us to reside on this land and to seek to understand our place within that history. This acknowledgement is the education, inclusion, which we must demonstrate to recognize our institutional history, responsibility, and commitment. The College of Liberal Arts and Social Sciences is the intellectually radiant cornerstone of excellence here at the University of North Texas. The liberal arts approaches to teaching, learning, and discovery is the embodiment of the heart and soul of UNT's heritage as a public university. A question often asked, and one we should not shy away from, is what is the role of a liberal arts education today? In today's society, one experienced locally, nationally, and globally, we're stricken by both modern and age-old challenges that call on the talented and determined individuals to rise to these challenges that are both daunting and encouraging. Something all of us can agree on in this arena is that there's no shortage of work left to these students. The unfinished work of the generations before you now defines the test of your generation's will, determination, and courage to confront the complexities of the human struggle and suffering with blazing a path of the advancement of humanity for all. A liberal arts and social sciences education harnesses the power of transformation and it improves lives. An education rooted in the liberal arts heritage enables individuals to develop strong, durable, transferable, and practical skills such as communication, critical analysis, teamwork, empathy, creative thinking, and problem solving. You will leave this campus today with these skills and the knowledge to improve lives across the state of Texas and far beyond. You're part of a liberal arts and social sciences community, which includes more than 8,900 currently enrolled undergraduate majors and an enormous alumni network that stretches coast to coast and has alumni around the world. You join them in achieving an education that includes an in-depth study of your specific discipline, a broader knowledge of the wider world of culture and society, and an investigation of the entirety of human experience. On behalf of the leadership and faculty of class, as well as the leadership of our university and UNT system, I thank you deeply for choosing to become part of the ever-growing and ever-impactful class community at UNT. And congratulations on meeting the rigorous challenges presented in your academic studies. I now have the honor of introducing our Provost and Vice President of Academic Affairs, Dr. Michael McPherson. Please welcome Provost McPherson to the podium as he will recognize the graduating students and share a few thoughts of his own on this momentous occasion.
Thank you, Dean Bemper. It is an honor, indeed a privilege, students, to be here with you today to celebrate this magnificent occasion. On behalf of the entire UNT community, congratulations to all of our graduates and welcome to family and friends who are here with us today in person, but also those who are with us online. Before we get started, I would like to take a moment to recognize graduates who have earned some particular distinctions, including our magna and summa cum laude graduates whose GPAs are among the very best, our honors college graduates, many of whom are here today wearing their medallions, our community engagement cord honorees. These are folks who have volunteered a significant amount of time and service to our community. These graduates are recognized by the gold cords they don with their regalia. And wearing special red, white, and blue cords today are graduates who have served or are currently serving in the armed forces of the United States. We salute your service. We also congratulate each of our first-generation graduates, many of whom are wearing first-generation stoles, and many other graduates wearing special cords, stoles, and other regalia adornments that represent a wide array of student involvement and engagement and leadership in our campus community. Thank you all for your engagement and congratulations on your decorated academic careers. Commencement is a time of celebration, but also reflection and inspiration. You may believe me now, but I would bet that eventually, if you don't believe me now, you will believe me when I say that this moment, there are very few moments that are more life-changing or more inspirational, more meaningful than this very moment. I hope very much that this is a day that you will look back on with fondness and pride for the rest of your lives. Today is not the end. Indeed, the word commencement does not mean end, it means beginning. In fact, this is the beginning of a new chapter in your story. As you cross the stage today, you not only become UNT alumni, you also become ambassadors for this institution, exemplifying our shared values and commitment to excellence in all that you do. During your time at UNT, you've gained knowledge and skills that will help you navigate this ever-changing world we live in with poise and with confidence. You were exposed to diverse ideas. You met people from all walks of life and truly became part of the Mean Green family by engaging with the community outside of the classroom. The hard work that you've put into this education of yours culminates in this moment. The countless hours you spent studying, attending classes, and staying up late to finish projects, all of that has paid off. The degree you've earned sets you apart, and I think you should be extremely proud of yourselves. In earning your degree, you also contribute to the illustrious history of UNT. I think I speak for all of us on the platform and all of the faculty and staff who aren't with us today when I say we are extremely proud to send you out into the world as graduates of the University of North Texas. Having been to a bunch of these in my 40 years in higher education, I can tell you that commencement ceremonies bring out powerful emotions in all of us. In your family and friends, I sense great pride in your accomplishments. Yeah. Among the faculty, I sense optimism for what they expect you will accomplish down the corridor of years. And in you, our newest graduates, I certainly sense joy, maybe also a little bit of relief at having completed your very demanding degree programs and now being prepared and free to move on to those new opportunities that are awaiting you. I share with you all of these emotions, and I am excited to think of the greatness that is to come from you, and I look forward to hearing all about it. Although this is your accomplishment, graduates, this is your special day, it's important for you to remember that you did not make this journey alone. You are surrounded, quite literally surrounded, by many people who helped you get where you are this day and who are so very proud to see you transform from college student to college graduate. I want you to take a moment, students. Would you please stand up, all of you? I want you to stand up. I want you to look out in the audience and applaud those people who helped you get here today. You may be seated. As you enter in the world beyond these university walls, I also want you to remember that your education is not over. Education is a lifelong pursuit. Continue to practice our shared values and continue to be curious, asking questions, and seeking knowledge. Your UNT degree has prepared you to shape your future and the future of the world around you. We've provided you with knowledge and with experience and with skills so that you can be successful in whatever it is that you do. We've taught you how to think critically, how to put knowledge and ideas into action, and how to see the world through a broad lens. We also very much hope that we have shown you how to be leaders, that we've inspired you to pursue your dreams, to take risks, and to create positive change wherever you are and whatever it is you're doing. Today, as our newest UNT alumni, you join a global family some 476,000 strong. And I want you to know, I want you to remember that that UNT family will always be here for you. I bid you congratulations, and I wish you the best of luck. Thank you.
Thank you, Provost McPherson. Next, I also have the honor of recognizing these students who have not only completed their degree, yet have done so with distinction. Undergraduate candidates whose overall grade point averages are from 3.5 to 3.69 graduate cum laude with praise. Of the students from the College of Liberal Arts and Social Sciences, there are 107 graduating cum laude. Would those students present today please stand if you're able and be recognized? Please be seated. Candidates whose GPAs are from 3.7 through 3.89 graduate magna cum laude with high praise. Of the students from the College of Liberal Arts and Social Sciences, there are 88 graduating magna cum laude. Would those students present today please stand if you're able and be recognized? Please be seated. And those candidates whose GPAs are from 3.9 through a perfect 4.0 graduate summa cum laude with highest praise. Of the students graduating from the College of Liberal Arts and Social Sciences, there are 48 graduating summa cum laude. Would those students present today please stand if you're able and be recognized? Please be seated. At this time, would all candidates for the bachelorette degree please rise if you're able and remain standing? Provost McPherson, on the recommendation of the faculty of the College of Liberal Arts and Social Sciences, I am pleased to present to you these candidates for the bachelorette degree.
On the recommendation of the faculty and the deans, and by the authority vested in me by the state of Texas, through the UNT System Board of Regents and President Smatris, I hereby confer upon you the degree for which you have been certified with all the rights and privileges pertaining thereto. Congratulations, graduates, on your tremendous accomplishments. Everyone, please join me in recognizing UNT's newest baccalaureate degree graduates. Please be seated.
And now, will our marshals please bring the candidates forward to cross the stage and be recognized?
Now, presenting the candidates from the Department of Anthropology.
Isa Aranda. Presenting the candidates from the Department of Anthropology. Taya G. Blanchard. Valerie Jael Garcia Rivera. Lucille Joan Gradias, magna cum laude. Haley Hall. Lydia Celine Casper, magna cum laude. Janine Amber Molina. Brenda J. Morales. Melanie L. Simmons, magna cum laude.
Let's congratulate.
Presenting the candidates from the Department of Communication Studies.
We're going to go ahead and congratulate those graduates from the Department of Anthropology. Now we're presenting the candidates from Communication Studies.
Jessica Magdalena Arredondo. Zachary T. Axtell, summa cum laude. Cecia Esmeralda Barragan. Zoe Ryan Brooks. Jeanette Lynn Burkstaller. Lex D. Burns.
Presley Sheridan Daly, magna cum laude.
Aaron Joseph Delgado. Taylor Michael Doherty, cum laude. Joshua Michael Gohl, magna cum laude. Emily Marie Graycheck. Tamara Horner.
Ryan A. Hunt.
Abigail Lynn Inderhees. Carter Todd Johnson, magna cum laude. Elise Bailey Joyner, summa cum laude. William K. Lilly. Alyssa Robin Lamadou. Julia Danielle McAllister. Selena Montañez Piceno. Brooke Rayanne Petty, cum laude.
Juan Ramirez.
Zoe Grace Pitts, magna cum laude.
Sydney Jean Stoner.
Andrea Tamez, magna cum laude. Mary Jane Cottle Taylor. Bethany Caitlin Thompson. Charlotte Wint, magna cum laude.
Let's congratulate those graduates from the Department of Communication Studies.
Presenting the candidates from the Department of Dance and Theater. Sophia Angelina Ayala, summa cum laude. Mariela Isabel Aviles, cum laude. Ariana P. Belolio. Julia Marjorie Boyd, cum laude. Robert G. Butler. Titan R. Carlman.
William Castillo.
Rivets Anderson Davis Ward. Taylor Zoe Dawson, cum laude. Giuliano Giacomello Simmer.
Isabella Nicole Gonzalez.
Christian R. Guerrero, cum laude. Eric Simon Heimerson, summa cum laude. Elizabeth J. Hernandez, summa cum laude. Jackson H. Hess, magna cum laude. Matthew D. Hughes. Samuel Wyatt Jack, cum laude. Mark Claude Reese Kidwell, magna cum laude. Serena Marie Macias, cum laude. Joseph E. Martinez, cum laude. Ava Grace Quisling. Elijah Vander Reed. Nicole Marquinette Rusk, cum laude. George Alberto Serrano. Winnie Shee. Benjamin Michael Sims.
Cameron Tate Smith.
Juliana Alyssa Tamayo, summa cum laude.
Let's congratulate those graduates from the Department of Dance and Theater.
Presenting the candidates from the Department of Economics. Kwabena Dankwa Adje. Tyler Chase Braysatcher. Taylor Simone Crawford. Chinonuna Courtney Equequo, summa cum laude.
Cameron S. Morton.
Mario Juventino Peña. Garon J. Pope.
Shonak Sen.
Connor Kenneth Shoemate. Sabrine Yassin, cum laude. Eduardo Torres Villacorta, cum laude.
Let's congratulate those graduates from the Department of Economics.
Presenting the candidates from the Department of Geography and the Environment. Levi Z. Briggs, cum laude. Megan Chittenden.
Ryan Del Chopo, cum laude. Casey Thomas Gibson.
Eden Gonzalez. Julia Grace Myers, magna cum laude. Kimberly Ramirez.
Jacob Thomas Redulick, magna cum laude.
Kip Brooks Ross, magna cum laude. Amazria N. Tisdale, summa cum laude.
William H. Van Allen. Let's congratulate those graduates from the Department of Geography.
Presenting the candidates from International Studies. Claudia L. Adams, magna cum laude. Flora Rose Alexandra Aka. Agnes Isis Biabaje. Elijah Betts. Brittany N. Cano.
Nejuan Saud Alzabar Bashar, summa cum laude. Ana Valeria Escobar.
Mauda A. Jalab.
Mary Lou Leticia Gomez.
Diana Elizabeth Guillen. Emily Margaret Gutierrez. Jordi Hernandez de Silva, magna cum laude. Michaela Deshawn Hutchins, magna cum laude. Alexander Matthew Michalski.
Mylin Wynn.
Hayden Christensen Ramos, magna cum laude.
Hayden Christensen Ramos, magna cum laude.
Anthony Rangel Guerrero, magna cum laude. Daniela Rocha Garcia. Celine Tokol, summa cum laude. Andrea Torres. Isabel Torres, magna cum laude. Natalia Torres, magna cum laude. Nathan Alexander Van Vactor. Emily Westgate, magna cum laude. Jacqueline Elizabeth Shakeen.
Let's congratulate those graduates from the Department of International Studies.
Presenting the candidates from the Department of Media Arts. Sandra Abdel Malak. Camry Lillian Alexander. Cooper Max Anderson, cum laude. Stephen Barrett Anderson. Christopher Arce, magna cum laude. Courtney Evelyn Bailey, cum laude. Noah Easton Bailey, cum laude. Lily K. Belknap, summa cum laude. Caleb Charles Blanton, cum laude.
Jorge Luis Briones Jr.
Madeline Ann Bates Cassart, summa cum laude. Serena L. Curtis.
Jemison Jackson Daggett.
Kevin Bruce Dockendorf, cum laude. Amy Elizabeth Dunn.
Anthony Garcia.
Caitlin Brianna Garza, magna cum laude. Andrew K. Godfrey.
John Foster Gray.
Alicia Gutierrez.
Matthew Dylan Navarro Goldberg.
Elena R. Hamlin, summa cum laude.
Brian Jacoby Harwell. Aaron D. Helms.
Noah Nicholas Howell. Danielle Lynn Jackson. Xanthia M. Jacobs, summa cum laude. Sydney Camille Jolivet, magna cum laude.
Ash P. Lesenfeld. Callie Leroux, magna cum laude.
Sarah Elizabeth Lingholm, summa cum laude. Tyler Madden. Madison Malin McCormick, cum laude. Christopher Lee McLaughlin. Jairo Manuel Montano Calderon, cum laude.
Heason Andreas Ochoa Bermudez.
Ashley Reyes Padilla, cum laude. Brooklyn E. Patterson, cum laude. Trajan Payton. Brenna Michelle Reinhardt, cum laude. John M. Rivera. Diamond Marie Rowe.
Jenalyn Ruiz, magna cum laude.
Michelle Erica C., magna cum laude. Graham Timmon Smith. Stephen Gordon Sparkman. Hunter E. Stein, cum laude. Siomi J. Surratt, magna cum laude. Bailey Thomason.
Beck Trumbull.
Isabella J. Tuitt. Robert David Valencia, Jr. Nora Wabe, cum laude. Jordan Chanta Weir, summa cum laude. Dalton W. Werschke.
Ariana Elise Williams. Jacob R. Wilson.
Jonathan David Wilson.
Let's congratulate those graduates from the Department of Media Arts.
Presenting the candidates from the Department of Sociology. Jared Nicholas Alberts. Leah A. Graham, magna cum laude. LaPree Charm Huff, magna cum laude.
Ramatuli Yatol, magna cum laude.
Mark Charles Nicholas. Jamila Hamdouni Rashidi. Hannah Faith Gomez Rodriguez. Thomas Andrew Senderock. Grace A. Schwartz, magna cum laude. Daniela Alexa Shadow, magna cum laude. McKenna V. Soto, summa cum laude. Jordan C. Wallace, cum laude. Ruth Ronghui Huang, summa cum laude.
Let's congratulate those graduates from the Department of Sociology.
Presenting the candidates from the Department of Technical Communication. Sean Paulo Campbell. Sienna R. Grogan Alba. Ian D. James. Joseph Anthony Jolly. Erica M. Sheffield. Emily Nicole Stieg.
Let's congratulate the graduates from the Department of Technical Communications.
Presenting the candidates from the Department of Psychology.
Saul Aguirre, summa cum laude.
Sana Ahmed. Chandria Q. Allen. Erilyn Alvarez. Caden Q. Anderson, summa cum laude.
Micah A. Anderson, magna cum laude.
Aubrey Antonor, cum laude. Antonio Joseph Archuleta. Madeline Grace Ard. Serena Alexis Alvarez. Francisco Arias. Faith Elise Ashton. Tatum Isabella Avon. Trent Michael Ayers, magna cum laude. Alina Azam.
Iora Baraktari, cum laude.
Malia Dene Barthley. Rania Baya.
Jackson D. Bell.
Jesse Lynn Bogar, magna cum laude. Gracia Jamilette Bradford. Wyatt Rayjon Brennan. Camille Alexandria Brown. Sasha Elizabeth Bullock, summa cum laude. Maggie E. Burke, cum laude. Jordan Rose Bushy, cum laude. Zaria Bird, cum laude. Lauren Peyton Cayetti, magna cum laude. Sophia Calvillo, magna cum laude. Sydney Michelle Campbell, summa cum laude. Tristan Scott Campbell, summa cum laude.
Suzanne Michelle Campos.
Kayri Alexa Cantu, cum laude. Cindy Lisbeth Cervantes, magna cum laude.
Janice Chavez, summa cum laude.
Graciela Alyssa Chapas. Nicole Elizabeth Chatham, summa cum laude. Kelly Molesky, magna cum laude. Krista I. Cisneros, cum laude. Cecilia D. Coca Lopez. Janisha R. Coleman Blackford, cum laude. Abigail Michelle Collum, magna cum laude. Kylie Ann Corbell. Catherine Crabtree, magna cum laude. Andrea Jade Crow, cum laude. Emily G. Cruz, magna cum laude. Caitlin Cusick. Caden Elizabeth Davis, summa cum laude. Alicia L. Dennis, summa cum laude.
Nathan Eric Denny.
Michaela Michelle Desamore. Russell Thomas Descaray. Alexandria Bray Dimmel. Mithma M. Disanayaka.
Jesus R. Dominguez.
Tara Lynn Dunlap. Bailey Mary Dunn. Thomas Daniel Duran. Joshua Andrew Duran. Dorian Espinoza Espinoza. Matthew J. Estep. Alyssa Kendall Farmer. Adrian E. Felix. Monica Yvette Finley. Annabelle Jade Fitz, magna cum laude. Jamila Camilla Foster, magna cum laude. Davian Luciano Galindo, summa cum laude. Jose Luis Galvan, cum laude. Alejandra Garcia Solorzano. Eileen Isabel Garza. McKenna Danae Gates.
Robert Albert Geyer.
Amrit K. Gill, magna cum laude. Garrett Paul Glazer. Lindsay Gonzalez, summa cum laude. Jordan A. Griffin, magna cum laude. Alexa C. Griffith, summa cum laude. Courtney Andrell Gross. Lizette Marie Guerra. Clara I. Hammond. Iwalani Cassidy Harris, cum laude. Megan Alexis Harris, magna cum laude. Emily Michelle Harrison, magna cum laude.
Macy Blythe Hatcher.
Lane M. Henyon. Jamila Ali Heron. Meredith Caroline Hogan, summa cum laude. Caden D. Holton. Shadiamond Holly. Hampton Howard. Abby Nicole Hunt, cum laude. Emily Nicole Jimenez, summa cum laude. Riley E. Johnson, magna cum laude. Shayla Ray Johnson. Timothy Arthur Johnson. Callie A. Judkins. Kindle Rose Coiner. Muskan Hanif Kotaria. Snehan Kundu. Hannah Grace Laird, cum laude. Jalen Jakaris Landrum. Emma Tyler Laxon, cum laude. Kindle Annalise Legrand, cum laude. Mars S. Lewis. Jaden T. Ledkey, cum laude. Madeline Daniela Linares, magna cum laude. Isaiah Domingo Lovato. Katie Alexandra Loyo Lopez. Kayla Marie Lutz. Caden M. Marshall, cum laude. Michaela C. Martin, magna cum laude. Isabel Lizette Martinez. Leslie Giselle Martinez, magna cum laude. Maureen Massoud. Elizabeth Suzette Manzo. Sarah Janae Mays, cum laude. Autumn M. McAfee. Milana Sana McCants. April Madison McDowell, magna cum laude. Kaylee Ann McMullen. Deanna Jane Milligan, cum laude. Jasmine Molina. Jocelyn Celeste Moreno. Jonathan Moreno, cum laude. Eric Vladimir Mummert. Amani Denise Murphy. Adam Kien Nguyen. Christina Huynh. Phung Thi Huynh, magna cum laude. Chelsea Lizette Norwine, magna cum laude. McKenna O'Bannon, magna cum laude. Christiana Feasayo Odusanwo. Ashley N. Palacios, cum laude. Jonathan Palma. Teresa Paramo Escutia, cum laude. Hannah Passwaters, summa cum laude. Carol Daniela Peña Galeas, cum laude. Yesenia Anaid Perez Maltez, cum laude. Madison R. Pewitt. Catherine Ballard Polson, cum laude. Caroline Papum.
She has a passion for the material culture and hopes to eventually get involved in conservation work with fiber arts and ceramics. Issa plans to move to Boston in a couple years with her soon-to-be husband and their dogs Critter and Amelia. I do hope this was not the first time he heard that. As a newly minted graduate from the Department of Anthropology, please welcome your very own Ms. Issa Aranda.
Good afternoon, ladies, gentlemen, and non-binary folk. I can't tell you what it means for me to be on this stage here today. I want to start by saying thank you. Thank you to my parents, my Aunt Sil and Aunt Didi, my late grandmother Admandina Fuentes, my best friend Maddie, who flew in from Boston to be here today. We've been best friends since we were 11 or 12, and we're 24 now. And my fiance Curtis, who moved with me from San Antonio to attend UNT. All of these people have supported me emotionally, financially, and at some points, physically, throughout this journey of education and in life in general. I also want to thank Professor Melissa Nelson, Doctors Kelsey Lee, Andrew Nelson, Alicia Ray Cruz, Doug Henry, and Kimmy King. These people have deeply affected me throughout my time at North Texas, be it over one conversation or many, and I would not be graduating this fall without their support and kindness. Finally, thank you to Dean Vimper for giving me this opportunity. I genuinely thought about not walking today. My biggest fear is doing all of this, and then a few weeks from now, instead of getting my diploma, finding out that I didn't actually graduate. Hopefully I'm safe at this point, but you never know. My journey through college has not exactly been an easy one, and I'm sure I'm not alone in that. I started college at Lamar University out in Beaumont, right close to Louisiana, in 2017. I moved into my dorm and then almost immediately evacuated for Hurricane Harvey. If you're not familiar, Harvey was a Category 4 hurricane that displaced more than 30,000 people, prompted more than 17,000 rescues, and resulted in the loss of over 100 lives. I remember driving back about a month later and seeing the remnants of the water line up on the trees. One of the first classes I had was college algebra with Mr. Gary Bryce. It was an auditorium classroom, but he was one of those teachers who made you feel like he cared about you as an individual in the sea of faces that he saw daily. On the first day of class, he gave a profound speech about how Harvey deeply impacted the community and that it was not something to be brushed over. Losing loved ones and losing property is a huge emotional toll and is a deeply traumatic experience. The city of Beaumont lost power and water for an unknown number of days in the residual flooding. My friends at the time talked about the experience of wading through their own homes to rescue whatever personal items they could, and the experiences of community organizing, rescuing people and animals using boats to go down neighborhood streets. Mr. Bryce made a point to talk about the loss of personal items as being worthy of attention. Because the thing is, your stuff isn't just stuff. It's a tangible collection of your life. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. This is something that I've always felt strongly about, but I think his lecture was the first thing that started pulling me toward anthropology. While I am sure not everyone here has experienced the devastating impact of a hurricane, I'm sure we have all experienced loss. People we wish could be here celebrating with us who are not physically, places we long to return to that we may never see again. Maybe a childhood stuffed animal was misplaced on a vacation long ago. While numerous people and places and things come to mind, my friend Alan is at the forefront. You see, I spent a full calendar year at Lamar, summer classes and all, and then I dropped out for the first time. I really struggled during my first year of school. Personal struggles, mental health, physical health, plus college is just really hard. My grandfather had just passed away, and I decided to move back home to San Antonio. Even though I wasn't in school, I was still eager to stay busy. I ended up working 3 jobs, 2 jobs hosting and 1 waiting tables at a hole-in-the-wall Italian restaurant where I met my fiance. I was feeling a lot of pressure for not finishing school, so I took some community college classes over a summer before I was ready, and let's just say I did not perform well. So I left again. Failure is a part of life. Don't get me wrong. It's not fun, but we have all failed time and time again to get to where we are today. Maybe you didn't drop out of school twice, but failed tests, failed experiments, or failed projects were all a part of the story that led you to this very graduation. After a little while, I went back a 3rd time. I was ready, I was determined. Unfortunately, that was the spring of 2020. I'm sure many of you remember leaving for spring break and then not returning to campus. I finished the semester virtually, and then I took some more summer classes. I decided to take the fall off and transfer to a university in the spring. Curtis and I had our own apartment at this point, and a friend, Alan, moved in with us while he was going through a difficult time. He was silly, goofy, incredibly smart, and quick-witted. He also really struggled with his mental health. He had just graduated college and couldn't seem to find his place in the world. Alan helped me with my application essay for UNT. On September 11th, 2020, he ended up taking his own life. As an anthropologist, I know that we all have different understandings of what happens when you leave this world. But I believe that Kurt Vonnegut got it right in Slaughterhouse-Five. When a person dies, he only appears to die. He is still very much alive in the past. All moments, past, present, and future, always have existed, always will exist. Whatever it is you believe, we are the amalgamations of the impacts people have made on us. Your loved ones are alive in your heart and mind. Despite all this hardship, I got into UNT. Curtis and I moved to DFW in November 2020, and the spring of 2021 was my first semester here. I'm sure you all remember Snowvid. At least we got a break from class. Thankfully, our apartment is equipped with a fireplace, so we piled up all of our pillows and blankets in the living room and snuggled around the fire for days. I chose UNT because it's a really good school for non-traditional students. I never felt like I was alone in my experience. I never felt like my life experience was dismissed. Like many of you, my mental health has been a constant struggle for me throughout my life. This past spring semester, I was having a particularly bad brain day, and to try to shake myself out of the funk, I went to the dog park with a friend to get some sunshine and watch my dogs play. I always try to be vigilant at the dog park because, you see, my knees are more wiggly wobbly than the average bear. Well, a pack chase ran right in between Katie and me and knocked my knee clean out of place, and I collapsed on the ground. I couldn't put my knee back into place, and I ended up having to go to the hospital. That was the third time that my left knee was dislocated. I was put in a knee immobilizer, and a few weeks later, I had to have knee surgery. I was 23. I live on the 3rd floor of a walk-up, so my darling fiance had to carry me. I couldn't work for 3 months and was virtually trapped in my apartment most of that time. A few things kept me going during these months. My aforementioned darling fiance, my dear friends who kept me company, my teachers who helped me along the way. But one story replayed over and over again. Dr. Alicia Ray Cruz talks about when she was doing her doctoral work in the cornfields in Chancom. The physical and mental work was incredibly difficult, and she said pride was the main thing that kept her going. It was really hard, but her pride is what pushed her to stick it out and finish. She had to do it, and I deeply resonate with that. We didn't come this far to only come this far. Throughout all these trials and tribulations, including those that I had to cut for time, you may be wondering what stuck this time. Why this time, of my past 2 attempts at college, did I stick it through? What led to me being here now? For most of us, the list starts off the same. Friends, family, coffee, Fry Street. But I think it's important to acknowledge the power of the specific education we got. I want to talk about the value of a liberal arts education. That's why we're here after all. Liberal arts prepares us for teamwork, equity, and inclusion. It teaches us how to consider context and adapt appropriately, because nothing ever happens in a vacuum. We're taught to think critically and communicate well. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. said, "We must combine the toughness of a serpent and the softness of a dove, a tough mind and a tender heart." A liberal arts education empowers us to do just that. The liberal arts gives us the tools to reckon with what it means to be human, and we are charged with the responsibility to become the best versions of ourselves in order to help our communities and do good in the world. We have been granted the vision to see through the systems of power and understand the mechanics of how injustices have been systematically created, replicated, and maintained across space and time. There is so much work to do. It is our responsibility to write, sing, perform, create, and imagine. Our understanding of what it means to be human is vitally important to how we address many of the grand challenges facing our world today. We're taught the importance of spending time on the fringes of society. If you'll indulge me in quoting my favorite author again, Kurt Vonnegut wrote in Play Your Piano, "I want to stand as close to the edge as I can without going over. Out on the edge, you see all kinds of things you can't see from the center." At this point in a speech, many other people would tell you that you are leaving the safety of college and entering the real world. It kills me when people talk about the real world, because you know what? This is the real world. When people say the real world, they mean a place less kind, less forgiving, less understanding. Instead, I wish to impart you with this. We are the ones making the world around us, the communities we and our children will grow up in. Community is so important, and it is our responsibility to be good community members to one another. Capitalism really tries to pit us against one another, but remember, your neighbor is not your enemy. Jeff Bezos is. At the end of the day, all I hope is to make my community proud. UNT grads, I think that you and I have, and I hope that we continue to do so. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Aranda, for that inspiring message and your charge to the graduates. We've almost reached the conclusion of this commencement ceremony, but we But first, we have one more special tradition to share with you. To lead us in this tradition, I would like to invite Issa back up to the podium one last time. This honor belongs to you.
Class graduates, it is now my honor to instruct you to move the tassel of your cap to the left to proclaim your new status as college graduates and UNT alum. Congratulations.
Before we conclude, please join me again in thanking our vocalist, Ms. Natasha Becker, and pianist, Dr. Uwan Cho, our announcer, Mr. Russ Stuckel of the Texas Academy of Mathematics and Science, and our ASL interpreters, Kaylee Floyd and Kim Vasquez. This ceremony would not be possible if it were not for the tremendous efforts of our audio-visual technology engineers, as well as Ms. Lisa Whitby, our class marshals, and the countless staff working behind the scenes, all leading up to this very moment. Please join me again in showing our gratitude for their commitment to the excellence of UNT. Finally, it goes without saying that many of you would not be here today if it were not for the support of family, friends, faculty, and your fellow students. Graduates, I would like to offer you the opportunity to stand one last time, if you are able, and join me in applauding those here and not here that helped you earn your degree. Graduates, as you remain standing, I'd like to invite everyone else to rise, if you're able, for the conclusion of the ceremony. Ms. Natasha Becker will lead us in singing the alma mater, after which the marshals will lead the recessional. Our best wishes for the fine future of these graduates and the alumni of UNT's College of Liberal Arts and Social Sciences. May each of you continue to soar, and maybe one last time, go Mean Green.
Sing glory to the green, sing glory to the white, for we know our university is striving for the right. Down the corridor of years,